Hi, I'm Sophia, the Smartass Psychic, and today we're going to talk about what you need to do before you even begin to start a program on losing weight. Now, you've probably tried to lose weight and gained it back, or you've been trying to lose weight and it's just not working for you, and you watch your best friend lose 80 pounds on some diet and you lose 2, right? And there's a reason for that. It's not your fault, okay? There's a whole bunch of reasons why people have trouble with their weight, okay? And it's not like my dad. My dad, he would eat 3 sandwiches for lunch, and he had ankles like this, okay? His ankles were smaller than mine, and he just he was married to a woman who had a weight problem all her life. She was just built that way, and he just didn't understand it. People like that are really annoying, right? So anyway, what was I going to tell you? The Well, there's a whole bunch of factors. Okay, there's metabolism. I was trying to think of that word, college word, big college word. There's metabolism. There's the type of food you eat. It's when you eat it. It's everybody's body is different. Everybody's chemistry is different. It's so important to know what your blood type is, and also to read Carol Main's book. Um, I'll write that down for you. Oh, jeez, I can't spell. Carol Main wrote a book called Different Bodies, Different Diets. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It doesn't have the same marketing that Eat Right for Your Type does. Now, you've probably heard that book. Okay, Carol Main. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll put a link down below, okay? At least one of these videos. Anyway, I needed to talk to you about why you want to lose weight, okay? See, this is really important. And you might be like, well, duh, I need to lose weight because I'll feel better, or I'll feel sexy again, or I'm worried about keeping my boyfriend, or I've got 3 different sizes of clothes in my closet and I would like to wear some of them, you know what I mean? And maybe you had a baby and you gained 20 pounds and it just won't come off. It just won't come off no matter what you do. It's like uh, everything's changed. You used to be able to go running or get on your soccer team or whatever, and it would just come right off, right? And after the baby, it's just not working out, and you feel a little bit crazy, and you find yourself having crying spells, and you get mad about stuff, and your boyfriend or husband is like, okay, whoa, right? Well, there's reasons for that, and everybody's chemistry is different, and you need to accept that first before you what's the word? Well, before you start on a program. Another thing too is just deciding, hey, it's going to happen this time, and I'll tell you what, if you stick with me, it will happen, because I've I've been studying this stuff for years. All right. Now, maybe you might look at me and say, oh, please, she hasn't had a fat day in her life. Well, that used to be true. That used to be true, and now, oh my God, I've been through a lot of stress the past few years. I got a divorce in uh, 12 years ago. What is that? 2002. Okay, that's when it was final. And I tell you what, it was a roller coaster after that. And then in 2010, I had a really intense emotional thing. And then when I gained weight from that, it just would not come off, you know. And I would slide down. See, now I'm down to the last 10 pounds. and it's been really frustrating. But I'll tell you what I'm doing, and I believe I can finally. I need to turn my pillow upside down. That's annoying. It's making me itch. So anyway, I'm telling you what. Oh, another thing that you need to get in your head is not to beat yourself up, okay? Remember, this is not your fault, okay? It's not your fault. It's it's something you can do, but you have to go at it at the right angle, with the right attitude. And we're going to talk about that attitude, okay? We need to get squared away on why you're going to lose weight, why you want to lose weight. You know, what is your motivation? Now, let's talk about losing weight, okay? It's really easy to lose weight. You could cut off your arm and lose weight, okay? Or you could starve yourself and not eat and lose weight. But you know what you're doing? In both cases, you're destroying yourself. You know, the cutting off the arm is obvious, but when you're starving yourself, and I don't mean just, you know, not eating, I mean like eating a banana for breakfast, and then some salad for lunch, and then a hamburger patty for dinner. You're starving yourself. Even if you have the willpower, and it doesn't last very long, but even if you had the willpower to do something like that, you are hurting yourself. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to make it brief this time. I'm going to go into more detail in another video, but when you eat such little amount of food, what happens is any amount of food that you eat becomes fuel only to keep the body going. Okay? Keep the body going and keep the brain alive. That's your body's prime directive. And so what it does, see, the brain needs glucose. So what it does is it uses the food, it breaks down the food no matter what you eat, whether it's an apple, a sandwich, meat, whatever, it'll turn it into glucose. It's really weird, okay? It'll turn it into glucose. Excuse me. And besides that, because you're not eating enough calories, your body starts eating itself. What it does is it breaks down muscle tissue. Well, first, it'll break down the expendables. The expendables are like your eyelashes, your fingernails, your hair, your skin. And so when someone's going on a diet, you notice that their skin feels bleh, right? And sometimes people get wrinkles if they're that, you know, if they're that age. Or even if you're 30, you start seeing wrinkles and stuff, and you're like, oh fuck, you know, why is this happening to me? You know, I'm trying to make things better for myself, and here you are aging. Oh my God. So, what you need to do is eat enough protein, yes, eat enough protein, but eat enough calories. And I would encourage you to forget about counting calories, okay? In fact, the kind of diet I'm going to tell you about, you don't count calories, okay? I've got something in my eye. You don't count calories. Look at all the mascara. Yes. You don't count calories. You might weigh your food because I'm going to show you a little trick, and some other things. We'll get into those. I'll tell you those things in another video. But think about why you want to lose weight. So losing weight, you want to lose fat, okay? We're going to lose excess fat. We don't want to lose weight. We want to keep our muscle tissue. We want to keep our skin. We want our nails to grow strong, and hair and your eyelashes and eyebrows. You know, if that stuff is disappearing or has disappeared, or if you say, oh, my hair's always been thin or my nails always break, we're going to fix that, all right? We're going to fix that, and I'll show you how in future videos. Because my belief is that if you fix your health, make yourself the healthiest that you could possibly be, and that's That's a lot more than how healthy you are now, probably. I just bet. Okay? And I'm telling you what, this time it's going to work. I will show you how. I know there's so much stuff out there. Pills and weird diets and weird foods and no. The kind of diet, I hate that word, it's a four-letter word. The kind of diet that you're going to be on is the kind of diet you're going to be on for the rest of your life. And it's going to taste good and you're going to enjoy it, or else it's not going to stick. Agreed? Yeah. So let's talk about motivation. Your motivation, first off, has to be stronger than anything, any reason that you have to not be on a diet. It has to be stronger than any reason you have to give up. Okay? So think about that. Now, your motivation might be there's a wedding coming up, a prom, you want to get into your prom dress, there's this hot guy you're wanting to attract, and oh, if you could just lose 20 pounds, you know, it still wouldn't be enough, but it would be enough to where you'd feel a lot better about yourself. Maybe your boyfriend or your husband is coming back from the military, and he's been gone for 9 months, and wow, you would love to surprise him and make him happy. Or you have a bunch of clothes in your closet, like me, that you want to fit. I have these pants, okay? It's the pants that drive me crazy. I have these really great leather pants, and I can't believe I was that skinny. You know, I'm kind of wondering if I should go back to that skinny. But I lie on the bed and just try to zip them up, and now I've gotten to the point where they zip up, but I'm going out of them. You know, it's like squeezing bread dough. You know, and it goes through your fingers and everything. It's just ew. So like, oh, a big one. We're all guilty of this. Hold on a second. Comparing ourselves to other people, which is a no-no, but we do it anyway. And that girl in class, oh my God, you know, she just looks great. and it's just not fair, is it? It's just not fair. Or the girl at work and she's even mean, you know, she doesn't deserve to have a body like that, right? And or how about your mom? You know, she doesn't understand it. She bugs you all the time. Oh, honey, should you be eating that? And you're going, oh. So what you end up doing is you go in the refrigerator when she's not in there, right? And she's busy yabbering on the phone with her best friend in the other room. And so you sneak in the kitchen and grab something out of the fridge or out of the cupboard or whatever, and then run back to your room. And then she'll come knocking on your door, honey. And you're like, what, Mom? While you stuff it in your pillowcase, or something like that. You know, people in our family, God. I mean, my dad, he would weigh us. This is no kidding. He weighed us every month. This is when I grew up, okay? I don't remember when it started. It was like when I was probably 8 or 9. But he would weigh us, especially us two girls, and measure our height, right? And put it on little cards, bless his heart. But he was scared to death that we would turn out like Mom. But we had both my sister and I, we both are built like my dad. And but it just made me mad, and all the time I was growing up, you know, I never really had I never had a problem with my weight, but I'd see other kids, and I felt so sorry for them because they were the ones that got picked on, and now it used to be just a few kids had the overweight thing going on, you know, but now, you know, like just a handful, really, and now you go to school, and it's at least half the kids. I am not kidding. You know, you've seen it yourself. At least half the kids are are overweight, guys and girls. It's not just the girls, you know. And it's just awful. But oh gosh, I've gone over the 15 minutes. Well, let's talk about the other problems, the other reasons. You have a job promotion that you're looking at, or there's this new job that you want, or you can't stand yourself the way you are. It's like you hate it. I mean, you don't have your waist doesn't go in anymore. You don't like the way you hang over your pants. It's just you want to get your belly button pierced, but you just feel like, oh my God, you know. I want to get mine pierced, but I'm not going to call attention to my belly until it's where I want it to be. Um, but I think that self-love thing is so, so critical. And this is something that I'm going to talk about a lot. And okay, the next, oh, about that self-love thing, I believe that if the self-love thing isn't there, no matter what kind of diet you go on, if it's most fabulous and it's custom made for you and your chemistry and your body type and your blood type, it's not going to stick unless you have the self-love in place. And I'm like, oh my God, how do I do this self-love thing? Because this is something I've wrestled with myself. Um, so we will talk about that, definitely. In the next video, I'm going to show you the beginning steps. Step one is how to make it melt off. And it's without starvation, without without the feeling like you're starving, okay? And we're going to be starting from the beginning. So that's going to be the first step. All right. See you in the next video.